All right, so I saw TJ from Brutal Customs do a video on baggers. I've been wanting to do this for a while, so I'm just going to talk about it. If you haven't seen the King of the Baggers and you're just hating on it because it's baggers racing, you really need to shut the fuck up and go check them out, because these things are doing better lap times, at least in Mid-Ohio last year, 2025. Moto America, Permco, Superbikes, they were doing better lap times than the open class 1000 cc's. I mean, they're amazing machines. I'm going to put a picture of one up. It'll probably just sit here the whole time. I'll try and put some short clips in of the bikes from last year. But these things are monsters, man. I mean, you're talking 190 mile an hour, 620 pound baggers. These things are lighter than my VTX 1300C, right? These are not slouches. These are not your regular road glides and Indian Challengers. These are track weapons that have carbon fiber that looks like a road glide and a Challenger. They're amazing. If you're going to hate on them because they're baggers, you're being ridiculous. You need to go check them out. And I promise you can't handle them. You couldn't handle one of these bikes, just like you couldn't handle a real 1000cc bike. You probably can't even handle a street legal 1000cc bike. There's probably a couple, maybe 6,000 people on the entire planet that actually can put those bikes through the paces they're designed for. You know what I mean? And it probably ain't you. I know it ain't me. You know what I mean? I'd love an H2. I'd love an R1M. But in reality, I'm probably going to cap out, at a Gixxer 750. I'll get a Busa, but as far as those kinds, like track-oriented super bikes go, I'm not going to be able to put that bike through its paces. I mean, maybe after some training, some pro school or something. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, you have to check these things out. They're absolute monsters. Do they sound as impressive? No. So when a bunch of these things go by, it just sounds like a bunch of V-twins went by on the freeway, right? They don't rev real high compared to the leader bikes and the 600s and whatnot. That sounds like a Formula One race. Right? These just sound like, it doesn't sound like a bunch of Formula One cars. So it doesn't sound anywhere near as exciting. But if you love racing and you love fast bikes and you appreciate what they're doing, boy, oh boy, these things are awesome. Just go to one of the Moto America races and go to the paddock and just look at them. These are not street bikes with a turbo or like with a bunch of Trask shit on it. These are specific, custom-made track assault weapons. If you put these things on the track with the open class leader bikes, they're going to take them. That's what kind of machines these are. It's legit. It's pretty awesome, man. It's pretty fucking awesome. You really can't hate on these things. I wanted to. I'm like, what is this, man? I'm not watching 130 mile an hour motorcycle race. That's boring as shit. I want 175, 200, right? Nah, man. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was really cool. So don't hate on these things. Get out there. Check them out, buy a t-shirt, and go. They're pretty awesome. Buy a jersey, man. There's the Indian guys and the Harley guys. Kyle, I forget his last name, from the Harley team. You can buy his jersey. They'll sign it for you. You can meet these racers. Like, go and talk to these guys. These guys aren't just racing these Harleys sometimes. You know what I mean? There's a couple guys that are racing different stuffs. You know what I mean? I think a couple of them, I could be wrong. I'll Google it and correct it on screen if I'm wrong, but I want to say some of them race in the hooligan class too on the Pan Am. I mean, the Pan Am's no slouch in the hooligan class. I don't know if that Indian FTR is in there anymore, but the hooligan stuff also. Yeah, let's talk about the hooligans. The hooligan stuff is awesome. It's fast as shit. The bikes look cool. It's like if you're a Street Fighter motorcycle fan like I am, like a Chop sport bike, the Chopper version of a sport bike, for those of you that don't know, is a Street Fighter. I'll put mine up on screen. But these machines are just stripped down, balls to the wall. Horsepower, a little bit of torque. I mean, they're pretty awesome, fun machines. And the races are sick, man. I want to say that Arch is in it too. Keanu Reeves stuffs. His bikes are beautiful. You know what I mean? I kind of wish, I got to be honest with you, I wish he would do a sport bike, like a dedicated sport bike based on a V-twin. You know what I mean? Like a Buell, like the EBR stuff. You know what I mean? Or even the Harley Buell stuff, like the XB12 and the Lightning and all that. The Bolt, whatever. You guys know what I'm saying. I'll put those up on screen too. But check out the hooligan stuff. You know what I mean? Get out there. If you come to Mid-Ohio, buy a Squid Missile Surplus t-shirt. I'm going to have a couple different designs, right? Help me fulfill my dream of a Gen 3 Hayabusa with the 4-inch stretch. That's all I want. And that Super Busa exhaust, the one that's 4-into-1, it's kind of tight up under it. You know what I mean? You seen the Super Busa? I'm going to put that up too. Take a look at that exhaust. That's what I want. I'm not asking for a lot, man. I mean, it's like $23,000 altogether for everything. You know what I mean? 25 maybe. Just help me, please. I'm not going to beg you. I'm going to politely ask with the word please. So I'm going to try and do some bagger style shirts too. I got a sport bike shirt with Jawzilla on it, the character. And I want to do another one with the bagger. So that'd be pretty cool. I want to come up with my own like version of the bagger. And get that on there. It'd be pretty sick. It'd be a pretty similar style shirt, you know, different bike. Hopefully I can get Ilmax to do it. If not, bummer. I'll have to find someone else that does the style and we'll do it. But it'd be pretty cool. We'll have some regular Squid Missile logo stuff too. Have the MC style logo. We'll have our regular logo, which is the squid. We'll have some of the incredible Squid Missile shirts. Chicks kind of dig those ones, so pretty cool. All comic booky. It's my thing. Graffiti kind of stuff too. You'll see it. It'll be dope. But in reference to these baggers, I would really love to see like Honda, Kawasaki, and Yamaha get in there too. And make it a legit king of all the baggers, because they all make them, right? Kawasaki makes a Vaquero, which is, it's ugly as shit, but I love it. Very comfortable bike, man. Nice. It's got gobs of power on the low end. It's pretty nice. It's not as powerful as like a new Harley or Indian, but it's smooth and it's strong. And it's reliable and it's capable. So it's pretty sick. You could make them into a pretty sick bike. Get Kawasaki with their race technology in there. Can you imagine a supercharged Vaquero, carbon fibered out, lifted up 4 inches, belly pan? Come on, man. Sick. Or a Goldwing. You put a Goldwing in there, you put a track-oriented carbon fibered out Goldwing, I don't think Harley's got a chance, or Indian. I gotta be honest with you. I'm not saying there's no hate in my heart at all, not even a little bit, but I gotta be honest with you, man. You track-orient a Goldwing, you've got a straight beast on your hands. You know, it might not even be fair. It might be kind of unfair. That might be why they're not in there now. And they might be like, guys, like, we just can't compete with you. You know what I mean? Might be it. I don't know. Hopefully they do get into it. I know King of the Baggers. I know Harley's got a couple teams. I think in MotoGP now. MotoGP is going to be doing King of the Baggers too. So it's spreading. But yeah, it would be fantastic to see a couple other brands in there. You know what I mean? What's the one that Yamaha's got? It's like a Voyager or something. I'll put that on screen. Not my favorite. Definitely super cool. It's a pity that Victory isn't like another brand still, because the what was that one that they had? The Victory, can't remember the name of it, but it was their bag gear. It was super slick. It was like their Road Glide. I think they had their version of the Street Glide too, with like the fairing attached to the handlebar or the forks as opposed to the body. I think. I could be wrong about that. I know they had the Road Glidey kind of one. Call it Road Glidey. Just the fairing attached to it. Harley doesn't own like the design rights on baggers and cruisers, but as far as aesthetics, they really did set the standard. Can't argue with that. Well, after Indian went out of business and they poached all their shit, to be fair, being honest, what you love about Harley Davidson is a bastardized Indian from the 1950s. Facts. Fight me over it. In the comments, talk shit, tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Go ahead. I thrive off that. Even if I'm wrong, I'm going to admit it. I'm going to admit it. I know I'm not, though. The likelihood that I'm wrong, very, very, very low. Very low. Very, very, very low. So, yeah, get out there, man. Don't watch the races on YouTube. Don't even do that. I'm telling you. Skip that shit. Look at the bikes. They look cool. Look at pictures of them. Go watch them race. Because the YouTube videos aren't going to do them justice. The YouTube videos aren't going to do any of the races justice. But least of all, the King of the Baggers. Absolutely least of all. You need to go there. Take your kids. Take your wife. Take your girlfriend too. You know what I mean? Get them all there. Take some cash with you. It's going to be expensive. Go for a couple days. Get a hotel. Bring a camper. Camp on a racetrack like NASCAR. That's what I plan doing. It's going to be sick. You guys should do that too. What else we got here? I'm going to talk about the H2. So I saw one today. And I'll say this bike, that bike's my dream bike. My dream bike is really the Hayabusa, right? But the H2 is almost dead even with it. The only thing that separates them, the H2 is a better bike in reference to speed and in my opinion, looks. But it's just a dick measuring for Kawasaki. And the Hayabusa is way more usable. And that's why the Hayabusa goes, for me, is the dream bike. Because, you know, they're still pretty rad looking. And for me, being able to ride it every single day, like I do my VTX 1300, is paramount. And the H2, I know you can do that. But, boy, they get real hot. They're a little more fragile. But I saw one yesterday. I was out with my daughter. I was getting some gas in the car. At a local Sheetz. And a young guy pulled in on one. It was probably a 2019, from what I could tell. It didn't have a stretch or anything like that. It was just plain, completely blacked out. And I gotta say, it just looks like a razor blade going through the air, man. It looks like someone threw a handful of razor blades, you know what I mean, with a supercharge on it. It just looks like hell and damnation itself, which I gotta be honest with you, If someone was like, hey man, I can give you this Hayabusa or I could give you this H2, I'm going to go give me the fucking H2. Why? Because I can go buy Hayabusa. Do whatever I want to it. That H2 needs fucking nothing. And I'm going to ride it for like 50 miles and put it in my living room. And just pretend to ride it all the time and then take the Hayabusa out for real. That's what I'm going to do. But I'm a straight Kawasaki slut. ZX6 in my living room right now. You know what I mean? It'll be turned into a drift bike. I started a video series on that a while ago with some shorts. Some other stuff got in the way. You know how life is. It's actually just a poor excuse for not having it finished because I've got more than enough money to build fucking 10 of these things. But I want to turn it into a drift bike, basically. So it's pretty... It's a good base for it. It's very generic. If you've ever seen one not chopped up or whatever, the ZX6E is basically the 95 Honda Civic of motorcycles. Nothing special about it. Performance-wise, though, you put a little bit stiffer suspension on the back, like a 550-pound tensile shock, and some real nice tires like Avon's. I did run Metzler's for the first like 4 years I had it, but I don't know. The sidewall is the edge close to the sidewall is real sketch for me. The Avons are much better in my opinion for street use. They stick a little bit better. I haven't tried Pirellis. I got a couple buddies that have CBR 600 double R's, and they put Pirellis on there, and those guys are they're leaning, man. They're leaning at a relatively high rate of speed too, and low rates of speed. Pirellis are great from what I could see. I've never used them, but anyway, this bike is basically, and now the track version is a lot better, which is what mine's gonna look like at the end. Right now, I'll be turning into a Street Fighter drift so I can have it out. But I am going to put the track fiberglass on it, which has a superbike tail. It doesn't look like the one that I'm showing you. And I'll leave it stretched out. My inspiration is what's his name? Kyle something or other. He's got that brand new ZX10R that's got the transparent green, like Godzilla tail spikes on it, winglets all over it. It's white. He's a stunt guy. I'd never seen him before. I just saw the bike in like shit. Use your words, Jeff. Facebook. What are those called? Stories? Reels? I don't know what the fuck, man. I'm 45 years old almost. I don't know. But anyway, this bike, I'll put it right here. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for it. It's got to be the coolest Kawasaki I've ever seen. Definitely my favorite looking. But this is like I just said, my ultimate dream bike, blah, 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 blah. It's the Busa. It's the H2, blah, 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 blah. This is absolutely the coolest Kawasaki I've ever seen. And I saw it after I decided to make my ZX6 into a drift bike. But I saw this and went, I want to do my version of this. My version of this is going to be darker. Think black and gold. I don't know in reference to winglets what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do as many as this guy's got. It's unnecessary. It's a 600. I don't even know if winglets actually affect you unless you're going 190 miles an hour. I got to be honest with you. On a ZX6, I've hit 160 quite a few times. GPS 160, not dashboard 160. And yes, it was perfectly flat, windless day, shifted perfect. Those types of situations. It's not like this bike does it easily all the time. Gets to 150 real easy. You know what I mean? Super heavy duty, windy conditions coming at you, about 142 is about the most you're going to get anyway. So, either way, absolutely unnecessary for this bike to have winglets. Just going to be for looks. I actually 3D printed some. I have one of those Bamboo Lab P2Ss. Super cool setup. So I started printing stuff, like designing stuff and printing stuff. So that's actually how I'm going to make the Street Fighter version of this bike. The tail and everything. The belly pan's aluminum. A motocross style flat plate for the front with just some honeycomb for the ram air, because I want that on there. Redesign the ram air for this specific version of the bike. And some winglets to make it look cool. Basically completely functionless. I'll have them on the sides where the ram air is on the, you'll see. Once I get a couple things lined up here, the swing arm extension and redoing the belly pan, I'll start showing the progress of it. I want to have those things ironed out before I do. Don't ask why. I feel like the belly pan and the swing arm are kind of like the heart of what the layout's going to be. And the exhaust and everything is going to be based on how those looked. So I don't want to present that until I have those two pieces laid out the way that I want them. Once I get the swing arm extended, not a fatter tire or anything, just extending it. It's got a 180 on the back. Just stretching it out a couple inches, like 4 inches, 5 inches or so, and get that belly pan exactly how I want it. Then I'll put this thing, I'll put it for you to see. It'll be pretty cool. I'll do it like that for a while, and then I'll probably get the track version of the fiberglass on it. Complete track version of the fiberglass, just leave it stretched and then put clip-ons back on it. So it'll be sick. That will be black, gold, and white. There's a Hayabusa that I saw years ago. Let me go back to that Busa, baby. There's a Hayabusa I saw years ago. It had like a $100 bill or something matte blacked on it, and it was black, and it had it was like a big white stripe belly pan thing with a gold stripe and gold wheels. It's kind of the look I'm going for with it. And that'll be pretty much how the bike sits. Like that. That'll be a non-rider all the time. I'll just bring it out to events and, do that lap at the beginning of the super bike races that they let the people that pay the fee do so they can feel cool. That's going to be me. On the bike will be appropriately named Jaws, Jawz. Where's that name come from? Comes from my dog. It's my pit. Jaws, a wonderful dog. Don't ever let anybody tell you that these dogs are like evil monsters. My dog is soft as baby shit. Jaws is the wrong fucking name for him. I should have named him Pampers. I ain't even lying. Lay down, buddy. You good? It's like 10 o'clock at night where I'm at, Cleveland, Ohio. And he's looking at me like, bro, you gonna go to bed or what? Sleeps next to my bed. I don't let him on my bed. I don't do that shit. So, you know what? On that note, I'm going to let this ramble be over. Recap. Don't dog on the baggers. Don't watch the baggers. Look at the cool pictures of them. Get your ass to one of the races and watch them. As a side note, I hope people are building these things right now for street use. I know they make performance baggers. I'm not talking about that shit. I'm talking about track baggers with turn signals. Like you can get an R1M, which is just a track weapon that's barely street legal. I want to see that shit with baggers. I want to see a 200 millimeter rear tire. I want to see a belly pan. I want to see it lifted a couple inches. I want to see the front fairing dropped real low. I want to see carbon fiber wheels. And I want to see this bike able to do 180 miles an hour. I want to see those machines. I want to see them in Indian. I want to see them in Harley Davidson. I want to see them in Kawasaki. A little bit more difficult to do there because they got shaft drive on their bagger. I want to see it on the Goldwing. It's going to be a lot easier to do it on because it's already a beast mode. Supercharged Goldwing. Holy fuck, dude. Yikes. Good luck, Harley. Right? So check out the Hooligans. Check out the Superbike races. Please help me pay for this shit by buying a Squid Missile t-shirt. I'm not trying to get rich off this. I just want to help pay for some motorcycles for myself. I don't need a ton of money. I have a decent job. You know what I mean? Got a good job with a great team. I just need to be able to buy these machines for myself. And hopefully this content makes you want to do it. I know you're going to be like, you ramble too much. I'm not going to listen to you after this. Some of you, it's not for everybody. Right? All right. I'm out.